Paul, over to Leeds. Could you see Leeds making a move for Kelleher should they get promoted come this summer?
It's certainly a position that's in the press at the moment with Leeds, with Meslier. Listen, I think Meslier is a top goalkeeper. I just think he's a confidence goalkeeper. He plays well when he's playing well, as daft as that sounds, when he gets a run of games and he gets confidence. And I think when there's any type of criticism or there's goals that go in, he becomes susceptible, he makes the wrong decisions. They will get linked with another goalkeeper should they go in the Premier League if his form doesn't improve between now and the end of the season. I don't particularly think he's done a lot wrong, but I think there's times where he makes different decisions. He's got all the attributes of a top goalkeeper. You look at him, he's got all the tools in the bag, but it's his decision making at times, and he's susceptible that he does let goals in that are questionable. Not necessarily huge errors, but just maybe things at times that he could have done better with. Daniel Farke's not afraid of making big decisions, and he's got Carl Darlow there as a two, so if he needed to change it, he would have changed it up. Kelleher, he would be a perfect fit at Leeds if that was to be his next destination if they went into the Premier League. And Meslier struggled like a couple of others in the Leeds side in the Premier League. Straight away you think, Aronson wasn't good enough for the Premier League, Struijk struggled, Firpo struggled, and Meslier, he struggled when the going got tough and they were trying to stay in the Premier League. When Sam Allardyce came in at the end of the season, the first thing he did was replace the goalkeeper because he could see that his form and confidence was completely shot. Now, if he's got the ability to cope with that mentally and come back from that and to be at the level that we know he can, that there's no issue because he's a quality goalkeeper. It was only 18 months ago that he's been linked to some of the top clubs around Europe and people were saying, why is he not in the France squad? So an indifferent spell doesn't make him a bad goalkeeper, but a long period of an indifferent spell makes people ask questions. And he would certainly need competition where every week you turn around and you look around and the manager goes, okay, I've got a decision to make. It's not comfortable for him to be a number one. Whether he can cope with the Premier League again. But yeah, Kelleher's, listen, I've said before, Kelleher's a top goalkeeper, I like him. And I think with Mamardashvili coming into Liverpool, who again, I think he's one of Europe's best young goalkeepers, the future for Kelleher is not the natural successor to Alisson as we thought it was going to be. So Alisson, for another season or two with Mamardashvili behind him, looks the way forward that Liverpool are going to go. And Kelleher will guaranteed go and play first team football somewhere. It's important for him that he does.
I think unfortunately for Leeds, I think there'll be big interest in Kelleher come the summer. He'll have 1 year left in his deal at Anfield, so it'll be Liverpool's last chance to really cash in on him. They'll be looking £30 million plus for Kelleher as well. I think that might price out Leeds, and I think there'll be Champions League clubs who'll be looking at Kouavi Kelleher for what he's done in the last couple of seasons for Liverpool. He's really stepped in for the Alisson when he's been injured and hasn't looked out of place at all. So I think Kelleher come this summer, he'll have his pick. There'll be clubs not just in the Premier League but I think across Europe who'll be ready to offer the Republic of Ireland man a move out of Anfield.
And how about Patrick Bamford, Pete? Well, could he potentially actually leave in January, not really getting the minutes they need? They've found some other solutions at number 9. It's rumored that Wrexham and Genoa are both interested in the player.
Yeah, interesting links. I don't see him leaving in January. I think the summer there'll probably be a parting of the ways with Patrick Bamford. If Leeds go up to the Premier League, I think they'll be looking to strengthen up front, and that'll just push Patrick Bamford even further down the pecking order. He's yet to start a championship game this season, so that just shows how far he's fallen off in Daniel Farke's plans. They've got Joel Pirro, Matteo Joseph who are ahead of him in the pecking order. Bamford's been a good servant to Leeds, but I think probably his best days are behind him right now. The problem for any potential move in January is the wages that he's on. He's on a pretty big deal at Leeds United. Wrexham, obviously a very ambitious club, and we know they have got big plans there, but I think he's out of their price range for January. The only way Wrexham could sign Patrick Bamford would be if they were in the Championship come next season. Genoa, another interesting one. Whether Bamford would be up for a move to Italy, that remains to be seen, but they've just had a new takeover as well, so maybe they have got finances there to go out and sign somebody, but I don't see anything happening in this upcoming January window with Patrick Bamford. Leeds will want to keep him just in case there's any injuries up front, and they might need him for that second half of the season to help them get over the line in their promotion bid as well. But yeah, I think come the summer, I think Patrick Bamford and Leeds probably will part ways, and then it'll just be up to Patrick Bamford where he wants to take his career.
Doesn't make any sense to let him go in January the way that Leeds are going now. You look at the squad that they've got, what they've got now is more than capable of going up, and you ask the manager, does he want to get rid of him? His answer will be no, not unless you're going to give me somebody better than him. So unless Leeds are going to go into the market and buy somebody to replace him, He's contracted to June 2026, and what realistically you're going to get for him in January? 2, 4, 6 million? Nothing that's going to make a huge difference. So the financial reward that you may or may not get would be much more beneficial to have a player like him in your squad and get the financial reward of going to the Premier League and then restructure. I just don't see that as a deal that's doable in January.